What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Dogecoin today, DOGE. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 30th day of September, and here we are sitting at about 22.7 cents with 7 hours, 42 minutes left in this day, in this 3-day time frame, in this monthly time frame. And Dogecoin with a very, let's say, very scary monthly close coming about here, 7 hours, 42 minutes away. We're going to have a tremendous wick to the upside. Now, the positive note here is that this is not the only month with a wick to the upside. You've got like 3 or 4 of them right here over the past like half year now that have all been in this same area. Typically, whenever you get a wick to the upside, it makes me think we're going to go lower. But if you get a bunch of wicks in the same direction all compiled here, it's like you're prodding and you're getting ready for some kind of massive breakout, which makes sense because the move that we're about to see, the next move, the next phase, it's not going to be down, it's going to be up, and it's likely going to be larger than anything we've seen since the 2021 bull run, okay? What do I mean by larger? I mean, let's just show you, right? It's going to be a hair larger than this move? No, it's going to be a lot larger. Here, from a low to a high, we saw 501% move, right? This move is likely going to take us all the way up to about $1.50. It's going to be double. It's going to be dramatically, significantly larger than what we experienced back here. And I think we're just prodding this golden ratio zone, the 618 right here, the white line. We're prodding that area so that once we break through, we don't stop at all at any of these areas at all. We're just ripping right through. The fact that we've already hit the 786, 886 zone once tells me that we're likely not going to stop there on the next run. So we're probably just going to move straight up to new all-time highs, which might sound crazy, but this is Dogecoin. This is Dogecoin that we're talking about, right? Doge, D-O-G-E. We go here on the all-time history chart. I mean, when this thing moves up, it moves at a very fantastic pace. We haven't seen this Dogecoin bull run pace yet this cycle, but we will. Oh, we will, but just not yet. I'm actually kind of curious, on the note of Dogecoin here, how's it faring versus the average altcoin? You know, if we look at the average altcoin here, dating back to the beginning of this cycle, which was the end of 2022, the beginning of 2023 here, the average altcoin is up about, come on now, 322%, 322%. Dogecoin itself, what are you up? And its bear market ended a lot earlier. 365, so about on par with the average altcoin, a little bit above average, but that's fine. That's about what you'd expect out of a top 10 crypto. High to low here, inevitably I do expect Dogecoin to see prices all the way at $4. I think that we'll see this golden ratio be achieved. This isn't the first time either, right? If we take this from a high to low here, we went just above the golden ratio here, the 1618. That's where the high was. It was just above that golden ratio there. We take the next one. I mean, here we went just above that golden ratio, the 2618. Could we go just above the 3618 here and hit $10? Maybe, probably not, but maybe. You never know. Crazy things can happen. That put Dogecoin over $1 trillion, over $1 trillion in market cap, though. High to low here, we went to the 2272, well above the golden ratio, but you did find some turbulence there. If you look, you can see there's a little wick right there. If I delete this fib, little wick right there, right to the golden ratio. That's where we found some turbulence. Golden ratio here at $3.95. I think we're going to go just above it again. We're going to see a $4 price or more by the end of the cycle. So Dogecoin with a very safe bet of like a 17 to an 18x from here, let alone if it goes lower. That's the long-term stuff. Let's talk about the short-term stuff. Actually, before we talk about the short-term stuff, I want to talk about TJ Miller. TJ Miller, you guys know TJ Miller? You know, you're familiar with this actor right here? This guy? He's in a few good movies. He's a comedian as well. I like TJ Miller, man. I think he's underrated. I don't know. Some people might think that he's overrated, but I think he's hilarious. I really think that he's a good one. I like him as a person too, but I don't know him as a person. People can seem different on camera than they are in real life, but I'm talking about things that are distracting me from the point here. Doge News Network says that a brand new series called Doge News Network drops soon, with iconic Dogecoin Shiba Inu hilariously voiced by comedian and actor TJ Miller. So TJ is going to be doing a series, Doge News Network, and he's going to be voice acting for the character that is Dogecoin. He's going to literally be the face of Dogecoin, which I think is pretty cool. And it seems as though him and Justin Sun are buddies, because he's going to give a roast of Justin Sun on October 2nd. And he even says here, who let the Doge dog out? So he's the Doge dog. Like what? Why not just say the Doge out? Why is it the Doge dog out? That sounds funny to me. I don't know. It's like It's like too proper. I don't know. But I just think this is interesting. I think it's going to be fun. We'll see. It'll be a crypto event and it'll be a comedy event. Token 2049 Singapore. I'm sure that there will be. It's October 1st and 2nd, so this is going to be the second day of that event there. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of big things going on. Token Singapore. I'm going to look into this because we don't really hear of events too much that are on the Eastern Hemisphere over here on the Western Hemisphere, right? We hear about the Western Hemisphere events in Europe or in the United States or in Central America, South America. We don't hear too much about the ones going on in Asia, so I might check that out. There could be some big things happening on the 1st and the 2nd of October that could allow for the markets, maybe even Dogecoin, to pump, and that's why we're talking about it, right? Either way, little bit of publicity. Wow, say that 5 times fast. A little bit of publicity on the 1st and 2nd day of October there, and some of that's going to be probably thrown at Dogecoin here. So Dogecoin, short-term stuff. Looking at the daily time frame, let's actually zoom in and look at the 1 hour time frame. The RSI right here is at the oversold area, just above the oversold area, looking to find some support here. You probably go lower. I don't like the 1 hour. I mean, it's volatile. I suppose it's more bullish than bearish, but it's in a bearish positioning right now. I don't like it. I think we're going to go lower. Stochastics say we're going to go higher. Ooh, maybe we do go higher. Maybe we do. MACD would say we go lower, but it's less reliable because it's the 1 hour time frame. Let's look at the 4 hour. I'm not getting enough. You know, that 1 hour wasn't helpful enough. I think it's because we're just moving sideways. We're very choppy here. Probably waiting to see what Bitcoin does. 4 hour time frame. Now, this I like a little bit more. The RSI is more well established. We have higher lows here. We have higher highs here. We're in this like parallel channel up, and it looks like we're at the base of this channel, bouncing right off the 40, I might add. So that's kind of nice. The stochastics bouncing off the oversold zone, and the MACD, while it is crossed red at the moment, we have 3 hours 35 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. If we can come up and close green, we'd actually be touching tips here and then bouncing right off. We love to do that, man. Whenever we're in bullish kind of situations or even bearish situations, you come close and then you come down. So, oh, need to fix. Let me just see. Can you hear me? Okay, you can. Okay, good. Hopefully that didn't throw things off. Anyways, I like the 4 hour. I like the 4 hour. The 1 hour was a little bit less clear and kind of bearish looking, but the 4 hour looks good. So I don't care if we go a little bit lower. I don't think that we go too much lower. And in fact, I feel very confident in saying that Dogecoin's at a relative low point. Let's see if that's valid, but just hold on. Low to high here, right at the golden ratio. Perfect, perfect. Higher lows overall. Looking like you want to make a move higher. Even if it is something like this where you're just bleeding sideways and you get a move up just to inevitably come down lower, you know, maybe get a move up just to inevitably come down lower. I would still expect that we move up to about 25 to 26 cents, either at this point of resistance here or these points of support up here, right? 26, 20, 26 and a half cents, 25 cents there, somewhere in that zone. Makes a lot of sense to me. If we're looking at this on the daily time frame, and we take this, maybe I should look at let me look at the 3-day. What would be the appropriate fib to take here? Maybe this high to low. 1272 down to the 786, 886 area, pretty common. Good area for support. We could go lower. I doubt Dogecoin goes below 20 cents though. That'd be like the lowest I could see it going to. So I really doubt that we go lower though from here. What about this high to low? I'm sure we'd respect this one. It's just so choppy lately, so it's hard to see. Golden ratio down. Yeah, I really doubt we get below 21 and a half cents even. That could be where we go ultimately. We could see a lower price, but at this point in time, I feel comfortable enough calling for this to be the low, genuinely. Low here to the high. Right at the 382. I don't know, man. Again, if we're at 22.8 cents, if I'm wrong and we go lower, 21 and a half cents at the lowest, okay? That might be where you go. Maybe I should say 20 cents at the lowest. And if we go lower than there, Dogecoin's fine, you guys. If my worst dreams are not just realized, but passed through, we're still fine. We still have higher lows overall. Okay, we can take out these lows and still maintain higher lows overall. It's not a problem. But I doubt that we go below 21 and a half cents. I'd be very surprised if we went below 20 cents. And at this point in time, I'm somewhat confident that we have found the low here. Okay, and in which case we start to think moving up, right? 3-day time frame RSI, we've got lower lows in the RSI. We're at the lowest point now that we've been in really since July. We've got the highest low out of this whole series here. It's a higher low, so higher low with lower lows. It's hidden bullish divergence. That's a good thing. Stochastics in the same area that we found support at last. And the MACD, that's the 3-day. It's crossing red. Maybe that just means we're put on pause for a week or so, but I think that we will see the market resume, and we will see Dogecoin resume as well. We're kind of looking at this like an ascending phase here, right? We're pinching. We're getting tighter and tighter. I would assume that we break out to the upside, and when we break out, we're probably going to see a move that's just like this, but elongated. It's going to last longer, right? Looking at this on the weekly time frame here, zooming out a little bit, we take this fib. I'm going to take a few different fibs. Okay, we're going to take this relative high to low. I hope it's obvious as to why, right? This is our most discernible high to low. Let's actually see what we've done this cycle so far. So from this high to this low, we've interacted with the 1272, and we stopped here at the 1886200 just above there. We found support at the golden ratio. We're finding some resistance here at the golden ratio now, actually. We're going to delete that, okay? What about this one from a high to a low? Found resistance at the golden ratio. Found resistance at the 1272 all the way back down. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm going to take this one back and just look at anything that's lining up here. And then we're going to take this one as well from an overall all-time high to the bear market low here. There's a lot lining up, it looks like, with this $1.40, $1.55 area. The 1886 from this fib, the 3113 from this fib, the 1272 from this fib, the greater fib. There's a lot lining up in this kind of area right here, right? There's some lining up at this area here as well, which is at $1. Makes sense, right? Dollar, psychological resistance. And then some lining up here, which is right by our all-time highs as well, which makes sense. So I would expect then, we've got 3 different targets. Dogecoin here at 22.8 cents is about to make a rally at a minimum to 83.5 cents, 84 cents, 85 cents, whatever. At a maximum to $1.55. This is our box of hopes and dreams. This is our box of glory. It's our glory box. That's exactly what it is. And that is where we're likely to find resistance by the time this next move pops off and ends. I would expect by the end of this year, if not, maybe even by the end of October or sometime in early November, we're up in this area. And I personally do believe we'll be above $1. But that's the move ahead. The move below, the move to the downside, if at all, will be insignificant in comparison, right? It'll be like this big. Even if it's bigger, let's say it goes down to 17 cents, this is nothing compared to the upside, right? The upside is dramatically larger. Dogecoin's about to have a very spectacular rally. It's going to feel like reminiscent of the 2021 times, maybe not as dramatic, maybe more reminiscent of the 2017 times. But I do expect a dramatic move to happen here pretty damn soon. The weekly indicators are showing it. The daily indicators are showing it. We might have a little bit lower to go first, but honestly, looking at this 4-hour time frame, I would expect that we hold support here and that we do move higher. So time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Looking for a little bit of a rally by the end of the day. And again, if not, the lowest that we go to would probably be 21.5 to 20 cents. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Looking forward to that event in Singapore with TJ Miller and Justin Sun, and probably a lot of other crypto celebrities that we are or are not familiar with. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.